So we've taken children to places like Great Wolf Lodge, which is in Charlotte, and we have children as well as adults who had never left Durham. Okay, so that's an experience. So the care that we provide and the experiences that we provide the children make us very unique, and we're able to do so because of the support that we receive.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's true. I I went to the Boys and Girls Club
Okay.
when I was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely think um, this program is a little smaller,
Right, right.
but
Mm-hmm.
I like that they focus a lot. You get more attention to the kids,
Mm-hmm.
more
Mm-hmm.
like teacher
Right.
to
Mm-hmm.
student ratio
Mm-hmm.
and helping them along. So I think that's really good.
Right.
Okay. What would you say is the program's expectations for the students after they leave here?
We want them to leave here and do great things. We expect them to leave here and become teachers, to become lawyers, to become doctors, to be world changers. That's what we would expect for them to do. We also expect for them to leave here and just be good citizens. So if you don't make that teacher, lawyer, doctor, whatever, just leave here and be a good citizen and be a good contributor to your environment and to your community. You know, we have a pledge, as you know, that we read every Friday. And, you know, one of the former lead counselors wrote the pledge, but I wanted to make sure that we continue to read that pledge every week so that the children know that they can be the best they can be. And part of it talks about being a good citizen, not even in here, not only in here, but also outside. Just be a good contributor to the world, to the society that we live in.
And how important is it that the students receive an educational foundation when they're young?
Okay, so children start to make decisions about their future as early as kindergarten, first grade, elementary
Okay.
school. And so education plays a huge part of that decision making because by the time that they get in fourth grade, they've already kind of decided what path
They want to
they
go.
want to take.
Yeah.
And so the younger, even I'm before elementary school, before children are born, education plays a huge factor on their lives and set that foundation. If it can be set as early as prenatally, you know, before birth, that is going to be key because by the time they get to pre-K or by the time they get to elementary school, they've kind of already had an opportunity to be exposed to some things that help drive their decision making.
Yeah.
So the early that a foundation and the importance of education is set and the value that education is set, the earlier they get that, the better to future decision making.
Yeah, I agree. My neighbor used to talk to me about just even when her baby was in the womb,
Right, right.
you know, what type of music she used to listen to, just her environment, her surroundings, what she ate. She
Right.
felt like all of that played a key role in
Absolutely.
just
Development. Yeah,
of that child.
development. Absolutely. That's true.
Um, have you always wanted to work with kids?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
When did you know you wanted to work with kids?
Ever. Forever, literally.
Really?
I'm not joking. Yeah, I've
Oh,
always
wow.
wanted to work
Okay.
with children. I always wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
I started playing school probably as early. My sister and I are 8 years apart, so probably when she could start walking and paying attention. So that's been, I'm 42 now, and so that's been at least over 30 some years ago.
Okay.
So the answer to that question is yes.
You always wanted to be
I always wanted to be a
Okay.
teacher. And so now, not just for children, but also adults. Because one of the things that I learned being in the classroom was that if the students learn, they're motivated to learn, the parents will be motivated to learn, and vice versa. If the parents are motivated to learn, the students will be motivated to learn.
Okay. What would you say is the biggest challenge with working with kids sometimes?
Biggest challenge that I see working with children would be a lot of the external factors that they have to deal with that's not in their control. So things like, did they get a good night's rest?
Okay.
Did they get a decent meal? Have they had a decent meal? you know, things that may be going on in their neighborhood that affect them emotionally, then in turn affect their ability to learn.
Yes.
So it's really a lot of the external factors that they don't have any control over have a huge impact on them.
Okay. Yeah.
Things they see on TV, the media, social media, the media on TV, you know, what they see.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in what you take in is what comes out a lot of
Right,
times. So,
right.
you know, what you watch, what you see, what you listen to,
Right.
a lot of that times can reflect
Right.
who you are. So,
And the children sometimes don't have any control over that piece of it because maybe an adult, not necessarily a parent, but maybe an adult, you know, constantly exposes them to it. So, but it's all those things that they just don't have any control over.
okay. And last question, what would you say to someone who wants to work with children as their career?
I would say make sure that it's something that you want to do because it's I'm a believer that working with children is something that's a gift that you have to have. And so, what I would encourage anybody to do is to do some type of job shadowing early, not when you get to the end of your semester, before you even go to college, before you even consider college. Some type of job shadowing in a role with children, some type of internship, if you're able to get an internship early on in school, like high school or middle school even, you know, if you're able to do that, the early the better, to make sure that this is what you want to do. And then continue getting those types of work experiences when you're in high school, because you know you change as well. And then maybe like your freshman year in college, try it again, job shadowing, internships in you know in different environments too, in different neighborhoods, in different schools, in different age groups. Try from pre-K and try some of the child care centers, and then maybe try elementary and so on and so forth, to see if that's what you want to do. But I would definitely encourage you to do it early on in a person's educational career versus at the end of their career. So.
Oh no, I would agree with that. I work with I want to say like school age, like daycare, and I fit more. I feel like into that area versus I don't know if I could just connect more with the younger kids than I can. I have a trouble connecting with the older kids than I do.
Okay.
So I would agree, and I was working in a daycare on and off for probably about 5 years now. So I would agree with that. You should get some experience early on.
Early.
Yeah, early.
Because you'd be surprised at the number of people that, you know, go through all throughout their program in college or undergrad program, and then get to and not just undergrad, but also 2-year programs as well, 2-year early childhood programs, and they get to the end where they're doing a practicum experience or some type of internship, and it's like, I don't want to do this. Or you know, if you still think you want to work with children, then especially like in early childhood, because you know you're talking about birth to age 8. So thinking about okay, so now what if you're in a child care center and you get pulled to the infant toddler room? You know, so make sure that you get a variety of experiences, you know, in different age groups, work with different age groups, to make sure that you know this is what you want to do. You know, even if you decide that you want to be an administrator, you know, if you want to be a principal, or if you want to be own your own child care center, you know, it's great to own it, but you still have to have some type of background knowledge in working with children. I even heard yesterday that individuals who work in sales, like sell like the different furniture for child care centers, they have to have a background.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you have to know what's age developmentally appropriate for the children for each age. So
that makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, that's everything.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.